Support for Radio Friends comes from Homestead Senior Care, providing trustworthy, kind-hearted senior home care services in your loved one's home. All caregivers are thoroughly screened, extensively trained, professional, and reliable. Homestead is all about providing the highest quality home care service to fit you and your family's needs. Plus, if you would be interested in becoming a caregiver, they offer great part-time positions. Give them a call at 573-442-4333 or check it out at homestead.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, January the 17th. My friend Doering is with us. And Connor, we can't forget Connor over there. All Paws Medical and Behavioral Center. Mar, before we get into the topic, tell people about Connor and how Connor came about.
Connor came to us a couple of years ago, and really it was so meant to be. I've had Westies since I was a little girl. I was looking for a Westie when we lost our Westies that we had, and somehow magically we just went on a website that we had checked many, many times for a rescue, and Connor appeared, and he was at a puppy mill. He had been rescued from the puppy mill, and we took him with just seeing a picture. He was 8 years old, and at that point we knew he had 5 teeth, that he had part of an ear missing, that he hadn't had the best life at all.
Right, and he was very unsociable.
Very
unsocialized. He was afraid of everything.
In any way. He did not know anything about people or other pets, but he just came into our world. They were nice enough somebody came and brought him to us. He came out of the car. I gave him a nice little walk. I taught him a couple of things that I like to teach our doggies, was sit and to watch me in that. He took a little treat and walked in, met the other 7 part of our group, and really it was love at first sight.
Well, you look at him now, and for people watching on television, he's smiling up a storm right now. Take my word, you're listening on the radio, the dog is smiling, and dogs do smile. But the thing is, some people would have said this dog was just not going to make it, because he had such an awful life and was not sociable at all. But he is a member of the family now, which goes to prove that any dog or cat, even if they have been abused in the past, if you will take them in, show them love and affection, they will become part of the family.
That's right. And
they will become part of the family.
Exactly. And really, all of our dogs are rescue dogs, and all of our cats are rescue cats. All of them came with issues. All of them had some anxiety or were not socialized. And every single one, we look at them almost every day. My husband says to me, "Can you believe this one is so much different than when it came?"
I know exactly what you're saying, because I have 5 cats, and I used to be deathly allergic to cats. All 5 cats were feral cats. And people said, you can't keep a feral cat and make it a pet and a house cat. They are all as tame and precious as can be, and each and every one of them were feral cats.
I have 4 feral cats. We have 7 cats, but 4 of them were feral. And you're absolutely right. It's just a matter of how you bring them in.
Exactly.
Yes.
They were spayed and neutered, and they live in the house, and they're kings and queens of the house. So don't let anybody tell you, if you find a feral cat and you decide that you want to keep it, you can make a pet out of it.
Right.
If you have the patience and the love.
Right. It takes patience, it takes time, it takes some understanding. So you want to get some help if you're having any issues, and if you're thinking about doing it with a dog or a cat. One thing I would say is talk to either a behaviorist, a trainer, or your veterinarian, and get some help before you even get that pet, because bringing them in the right way at the beginning makes a world of difference. Before I ever brought Connor into our home, or actually came to my clinic, I wanted him to know who I was and that he could come to me if he needed help. And I know that sounds silly.
No, it doesn't.
But
No.
to an animal, and
Yes,
you're a pet
exactly.
lover, so you understand.
Yes, and introducing them on the right way to each
Yes.
other is
Yes.
important.
Oh, absolutely.
I learned that from my dear friend Ann Gaffkey when I got one of my dogs, and she said, "Don't just bring them into the house. We'll introduce them to the other dog. Introduce them on neutral territory first."
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But today
And-
you wanted to talk about walking the dog, and that seems like it's so simple. Well, you just go out and walk the dog.
Right.
But
there are so many layers to walking the dog. It is my favorite thing to do, both because it gives me exercise, it gives the dogs exercise, but also it is the one thing you can do behaviorally to help that animal. And back to what you were saying, how did Connor know that I was somebody he could trust? When he got out of the car, he came from Nebraska, got out of the car, was handed to me, I snapped a leash on, and we went for a little walk. Not just a walk where he pulled me, but a walk where I was calming him. It had a little structure to it so that I wanted him to know on a short leash that not a tight leash, a short, loose leash, that I was the good place that he could come to. I wanted to call his name. At that point, he didn't really know his name, but I wanted to call him in some manner so that he knew that he could look to me, focus on me, and not be afraid of all the things that he was afraid of. It made a huge difference. And when I introduce a dog to another dog, I like to walk them parallel but at a distance from each other, and then as they calm down, bring them closer and closer.
and they can kind of sniff each other out.
Exactly, so they know their
That
scent.
sniffing is important, isn't it?
Right. Oh, so important. And this, besides being the month January of making new resolutions, but it's also the month of National Walk Your Dog Day, or month. So the whole month is devoted to walking your pet, and I think it is amazing. I even have clients who walk their cats, so you can't leave cats out. But it is one of those most bonding things that you can do. So it helps with exercise, but it also helps you to get that bonding moment with the pets. And I walk all of my dogs together. But the most important thing to know is everything counts with the dog. You don't want the dogs just to run out in front of you, because the term leader of the pack, and a pack is important to an animal, to know. I like to think of it as a protector more than a leader, but they want to know who on the other side of that door, there could be scary beasts, and who is going to protect them. So if you open the door, look out, let them know, hey, I can help you through this, babe, no problem, and they walk out calmly, and then you go for your walk, you have made such a difference.
Okay. All right. So you want to keep that in mind, but you need to be the leader of the pack. The human
Yes.
needs to be the leader of the pack.
In the calmest, most confident way.
Yes,
Calmness
all right.
is important.
Mar, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
by. If people want more information that talk to you about your dogs or cats, they can contact you at All Paws Medical and Behavioral Center
In Holt Summit, Missouri,
and your phone number.
is 573-896-4040.
Okay, so if you got a dog right now, January is take your dog for a walk month.
Yes.
All month long. Go for a walk right now. And let your dog do a little bit of sniffing too along the
Oh,
way.
yes, absolutely.
Reading the newspaper.
Sniff the flowers and the leaves.